So, is anybody fired up? Before we get into it, the big news. Just want to do a shout out to Kyle Gibbs. Please recover well. Okay, here's to a speedy and full recovery, and do what you got to do, man. Okay, get rest, take care of yourself, man, and get better, bro. So I was just reading through the comments. But aside from that, we'll have a couple of folks on here, and
Hey.
now coming in from Backstage Baseball, we might have a couple other gang. For those of you who don't know, this is Hillel, Backstage Baseball, one of the original members of the 161 Mafia, who's here to celebrate the good news. Carlos Correa coming to the Yankees. 6 years, $162 million. Cashman, FTW, for the win. Cashman.
So awesome. I can't even explain how, that feeling, when was the last time we had that feeling, except for Aaron Judge, that we got that move? We didn't have that last offseason. It was Josh Donaldson. Finally get that feeling. You're starting to feel it.
Garrett Cole. We got the co-ace to Garrett Cole. We're going to shut down guys. And I was mentioning it earlier. And, there's two less pains in the butt we have to deal with. Carlos Correa's in the National League now, and Xander Bogaerts in the National League. And now we just added an ace to now all we have to do now is pivot over to whatever other moves the Yankees need to make, fill out that left field position. But we have that equalizer now to Garrett Cole, the co-ace. So, but let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat: Aiden Jr., Anthony, Texas, Mazza. What else we got here? We might have a couple other folks hopping on here too. So if you see some other folks, we'll welcome them all on here, and we'll be here for the chat as well to celebrate this. But dude. Train, yeah, Brian Reynolds would be fantastic. Let me ask you this, Hillel. What do you think the next move should be? How do we fill out left field?
Look, I definitely think we got to go out and address left field, and all the people I've spoken to have agreed on that because offense is the key right now. Adding Carlos Rodon, I think we're still behind the Astros, to be completely honest. I think they still have the upper hands on us, and I think we got to go out and get a left field spot, and I see people in chat are agreeing with that. Also, I see Reynolds, I see Brantley. I don't think either of those are what the Yankees are looking at now, and because the Yankees have gone out and they've done some major moves this offseason, I think left field is going to be one of those mid-tier things. I don't think we're going to go out and get a top-tier guy. I think Michael Conforto is an option, and I really think that if we can just go out and get back Benintendi, that can be a safe option as well.
Could be. And welcome Chuck Henselder to the membership. And I appreciate you joining. And welcome to the channel. Welcome to the 161 family. Everybody else, give us your feedback on who are our best options for left field. We mentioned somebody where you got Benintendi. We have Michael Brantley's an option. He's on the back of my list, but Brian Reynolds in front of my list. And we have these Arizona Diamondbacks, young kid outfielders. So there's some options there. There are some options there. Who do you guys think? Who are we thinking here? Let's see. What kind of feedback do we have in the comments here? Dalton Varsho, you have one of the Arizona Diamondbacks outfielders. You got Jake McCarthy, a couple other folks. Do I see Hicks getting traded? Probably, but they would have to eat some of the contract. Probably half of it, I would think. What do you think? You think they'd have to eat? Yeah. And everybody has to come in here, smash that like button if you don't mind. We had 450 likes last night. So let's see if we can get up that high again. But what do you think about that, Hello?
Super hot fire we got. 400 likes. All right. Hicks getting traded is something I don't see happening. To be completely honest, I think that the Yankees are going to have to figure out a way to do so. Because let's be honest, we're talking as Yankee fans here. We got to view it from other teams' perspectives. You're looking at a guy who, look, if it's a team like the Dodgers who are looking to find they think that they can discover Hicks, definitely. You're not going to get value out of him. The only thing that I think you can get is maybe a team eating some of his contract. But if they can do that, that would definitely be a plus for trading Hicks. I really like Dalton Varsho because I believe he's very versatile, and that's something they need these days. So if they can get Dalton Varsho, that would be amazing.
He also made some mechanical adjustments to his swing, which definitely made for quite a bit of improvement in 2022. I mean, to your point too about Hicks, I think if he gets traded, it's going to be close to spring training, like an end of offseason when teams have made their moves, but they still missed out on some of the outfielders, and they're like, all right, well, how much can you eat of Hicks' contract? Like the same thing goes for Donaldson. Somebody might find value, but the Yankees are going to have to eat money. That's the only way they're going to. And maybe even attach a prospect to it. But I think those moves would happen probably at the very end of the offseason if they happen. I would be surprised if they both got moved. I really would. Who else we got here? T. Drake is in the house. Yeah, it's growing well, man. We appreciate it. We got to get Backstage channel grow. He just passed the 1,000 subscriber barrier, so let's all give him a big congratulations on that. And let's get him monetized soon. So congratulations, dude. Well done, man. Keep up the good work. Billy Muller's in the house. Yeah, Dodgers aren't adding more salary. I would agree. I mean, there's a chance they might. Dansby Swanson, but I could see him going to the Cubs or back to the Braves, something like that. The Dodgers they can use Gavin Lux, and I heard them wanting to trade for that Willie Adames from the Brewers, so I could see that happening too. So they have options. They think about the Dodgers. They have lots of options, man.
Yeah, thank you guys all so much for the congratulations. Really appreciate it. Definitely. We just got monetized, so I got to figure out how to do all that stuff. We got to work on that. I got to find the time to just sit down and figure out how to do all that. But yeah, I'm working on getting some new stuff for the studio. Just order a bunch of lights and cameras. So getting excited for that stuff. I did just Carlos Rodon video. So after this live stream, if you guys have a couple minutes, definitely check that out. But yeah, Jason and I, our Turning Two podcast, should be getting back on rocking soon. Just both taking a little time off for the off season, but hopefully it's good. But as for the Dodgers, I do want to call out a little bit because what are we saying that the Dodgers have such a good rotation right now? I get it. They have Kershaw, they have Urias. Like Syndergaard is really he didn't do too much last season, and they're making like the Dodgers have the best rotation in baseball. Buehler's injured, and to be honest, they really they have just above average rotation right now.
Yeah, and they brought back Kershaw. Aging Kershaw, and again, Buehler's got to be healthy. Urias is clearly their ace right now, and I got some young kids, Dustin May, and who's coming back from Tommy John, so he's like a year away from it now. And you got what's the other kid, Tony Gonsolin, and stuff like that. But I mean, I was afraid that the Dodgers or the Astros were going to swoop in and grab Rodon before the Yankees did.
Yeah,
because again, the Dodgers have the money to sign, they have the assets to trade, they can do whatever they want. You really can. But personally, I think they're trying to get under the threshold so they can make a huge run at Ohtani next offseason.
So, yeah. I think if they can do that, that would just be ridiculous, and that would. Well, I'm scared to even think about that yet, but it definitely right now. If the Yankees can find a way to make this their season, they clearly have made that. I've seen even other content creators all over giving the Yankees props for this move on Carlos Rodon because it is a great move, and mad props to whoever was behind this deal, Cashman and his whole. We don't give enough credit to the guys who work with Cashman. Everyone's giving the flack and the credit to Cashman, but there's other guys that work with him, and I'm sure there are other guys that went into making this deal. So definitely mad props to those guys who did get this deal done. But I see we have a super chat here. I'll come back to my point in a second.
No, you make a good point, man. Finish your point. We'll get to the super chat.
Yeah. So I think that the guys that did this deal really are it's a great deal. We're gonna get 6 years out of Carlos Rodon. Carlos Rodon wanted 8 years. They found a way to finesse their way into getting him to 6 years. That was my first thought. I was just out, and all my friends were like, Rodon just signed with the Yankees. I'm going crazy, and I see 6 years. I'm like, how did that happen? And then
You know what's crazy is they gave him an offer yesterday, 5 years, 125. The Yankees, and that came out today. The details came out today, but he had no other offers, none. Nobody made him an offer. So it was I think it was Cashman, a smart idea of Cashman to raise the offer to discourage, because somebody could have come in with 150, and then the Yankees would have probably have to go to 180. Yeah. So it was good that he countered his own offer because it would force other teams to a 180 or even higher, which would discourage and price most everybody out. I think it was smart for Cashman to do that and just get this guy done. That we can pivot and move on to the more important need, left field and contact hitting and stuff like that. So, but you make a good point. But Marcel, thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate you. With Rodon in the fold and with Luis Severino's injury history, any possibility Severino goes back to probably not. I think he's going to see the number 3 starter.
Yeah, number 3.
Go ahead.
Number 3, I think not 4. I think you go Cole over Cortez.
Yeah, I think it's going to go Cole, Cortez, Severino, Rodon, or Cole, Rodon, Severino, Cortez. I think I'm going to go righty, lefty, righty, lefty.
I hear that. I think that definitely makes sense. But yeah, I was saying that I think that The Yankees have the ability. They've loaded up kind of sort of what the Braves are doing, except with older guys that they're kind of not going for the 2-3 year deals. And now they have a little bit of flexibility to go win and have opportunities to win the next bunch of years. Because you have guys, you have Judge locked up, you have Cole locked up, you have Rodon locked up, you have all these guys locked up, and you can only build now, and you don't have to worry about losing guys for a little while.
Yep. And if Cole doesn't opt out after the 2024 season, we have Rodon and Cole through 2028.
Right now, he's not going to opt out. He's not going to get any more money anywhere else.
They could actually void the opt out by adding another year to his contract. Yankees. I don't see that why they wouldn't do that. No.
But I don't think is it a team opt out or a
player opt out? This team opt outs don't exist right now. It's a player.
Oh, okay. But I don't
but people think I'm nuts for adding team opt. But Billy Muller, Padres know this year is now never dead. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Billy. Absolutely right, man. I mean, yeah, Billy Branch, we finally get our guy. We make a move. Texas Buckeye, thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate it. Smash that like button. We got 153 people in here, 164. It's just going to go up. We were at 500 people in here last night. It was crazy.
Wow.
Really nuts. Yeah, we have like 450 likes too. So it's greatly appreciated, man. Greatly appreciated. Now, once Hillel got his channel monetized fully, then he can go live as well. And I'm sure we'll be joining on this live too to participate and have some fun over there as well. So
yeah, I gotta figure out how to do that also. I'm trying to. It's a lot attacking me at once with this 1,000. So I haven't even got to do like a big thank you for 1,000, but hopefully I'm working on ordering some stuff.
I can take you through the process on how to finalize monetization if you want. It's easy.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome if you can do that.
You just basically a 24-hour, 48-hour wait. YouTube approves it and you're monetized, and that's it.
And then it lets you go live?
Once it's all approved, then you can go live, yeah.
All right. We'll talk about it after. But
Jesse Patterson, appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. Tucker, cool question. We got a question here about Tucker Barnhart as a backup catcher. So who's that? I know
Tucker, he's I believe he's on the Detroit Tigers, and but I really think that we're set. The Yankees clearly want to give Ben Rorvet a chance. I think Higashioka gets shipped, and we go with Trevino and Rorvet.
I'm thinking the same thing too. And the Mets did sign a backup catcher tonight.
Omar Narvaez,
yeah. They added him. And we also found out that the big Japanese slugger, Murataki Murakama, he's not going to be posted until after 2025 season. So he's just signed to stay there. So he'll be 25 years old when he's officially posted to come in. He's the guy that hit 57 home runs this past year. That news came out tonight too. He'll officially be posted then. What else we got here? Yeah, I mean, Couch GM, yeah. It's Andy or a trade for Reynolds would be nice. It would be very nice. What's next? Left field, I think, or a multiplayer.
Yeah. And it's got to be via the trade. I think the Yankees are done spending this offseason.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the trade route is going to be now. And I think that, whatever this big move is that they're working on, and it's probably, he's probably got a bunch of irons in the fire right now to see which team he lines up best with in the trade. So that's my guess. But yes, I would agree with you, Hello. I think you're right. It's going to be a trade. Healthy Severino. Wow, Severino's got a high ceiling, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, he's a stud, Severino. So, but again, he's got to stay healthy.
It's not a competition between guys in our rotation. They're both helping the same team win the championship that they're both going for. So if both of them can be equally as good, we're in good shape.
Yeah, exactly. If they stay healthy, I mean, that's just it. That's it. I mean, again, having this extra guy helps, and then it helps push.
Yeah.
We have our number 2 now. What am I going to call him that? And then it pushes Montez or Herman down to 5. So just get more depth. And again, I think Montez, if he's healthy, he'll be solid, but he's got to show that he's healthy. He wasn't healthy when they got him last year, so the trade looks terrible right now. And they got a lot for him, so.
We have to let him settle in, give him the chance, and we got to make sure that he doesn't turn into a Joey Gallo. Yankees have to do a good job at making sure he's settled in easy. He's coming in as the 5th starter, and that's the last place you can go. So he shouldn't feel no pressure in the 5th spot and try to work his way up. Mm-hmm. And if we can have 1 through 5, think about it. We have aces 1 through 5. You have Cole, who's an ace, Rodon, who's an ace, Cortez, who really could be an ace. He has ace numbers. Severino, when he's healthy, he pitches like an ace. And Frankie Montas was the ace with the ace. So we have a rotation of 5 guys who are legit aces.
Yep. It's going to be fun to watch. gonna be really, really fun to watch. We got that bulldog in the mountain, and we got 2 bulldogs at the top of the mount, at the top of the rotation,
Yeah.
which is it's gonna be so much fun watching. And I do, yeah. I mean, we're getting some comments here. We need a lefty hitter. Yeah, that lefty bat. It's gonna be ideal if he's a lefty or a switch hitter for left field. I've mentioned this before too. 6 starters. It's a great way of keeping guys healthy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do it, but it's definitely worth investigating, or at least every couple of weeks or every couple of times around, go 6. Give everybody an extra day's rest to kind of preserve the arms. So, let's see. So what's more surprised, the fact that the Yankees made a move that a majority of the fan base likes, or the fact that John Heyman was right about it? Well, he botched the Aaron Judge move, and I actually said that. I put out a Rodon video. I said Heyman put it out first, but I waited until it was on MLB.com, and other people did it before I put a video out because I wasn't sure, and I didn't want to blow up in my face. So I waited for other guys to split. You're absolutely right, Billy. It's nice when he's right. It's nice when he's right.
Yeah, it really is.
Okay, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate that, and we like to celebrate this stuff like this, and we love having you folks on here. And it's only going to get better, guys and gals. It's only going to get better. We got 200 people in here. Nice, love it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, generally we'll probably get more people in here because it's good news. It's good news, and I just want to hope everybody's in a good mood now because of it.
Oh yeah. We're heading into a nice weekend, holiday season coming up. It's just gotta feel great.
Yeah, and that's it. Happy and merry to everybody. Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays to everybody. I hope you enjoy some time with your family and friends and all that stuff, and just celebrate. So all the best to everybody in here. And thanks so much for supporting myself, Backstage, our channels. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
And, we love celebrating with you folks.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah. Yankees should really consider. I mean, they probably will, but he's going to have to show that he's healthy first. If he pitches well in the first half, then they have ammunition to trade him at the deadline. Somebody might need a pitcher, but I think I don't know if it's going to happen until that point. He's going to have to show that he's healthy. Otherwise, he's got no trade value at all.
I have to say, Yankee fans trading Montas right now, it's you're not benefiting anything. His value's at an all-time low. You just traded a ton of pieces for him. You got to give him a fair chance. Let him pitch. See what he can do in the first half. There's nothing you can lose by letting him pitch for the first half of the season. If he pitches well, great. You can either decide to keep him in the rotation or get the assets back at the deadline. But keeping him in the rotation, trading him now, you really get nothing benefit out of it.
You're absolutely right. Guys got to be healthy to get trade value. So, I'd rather get something for him than nothing, especially since we give up a lot for him in Trevino. So, I think, here's another good question. Who brings a bigger return right now, Trout or Ohtani?
Ohtani.
Probably Ohtani, because Trout, Trout he missed 50 games and he still hit 40 home runs. So, he was on a 60-something home run pace as well. He would have been right up there with Judge had he stayed the whole season. So, but Trout's got, I don't know, he's got 8 years left on his deal or something like that. And Ohtani's probably going to break Trout's contract.
Yeah.
And if anybody breaks it, it's probably going to be him. And then after Ohtani, it's probably going to be Juan Soto who breaks his contract. So, or even Vlad Jr. whenever that happens. There's going to be some huge contracts coming up. But I think Ohtani, because his two-way versatility it's very hard to resist. What do you think about that, Hemo?
It's 2 for the price of 1. You got to view it as that. It's like you're getting on sale, which is definitely something that teams are going to look at. And as he gets older, I wouldn't be surprised if he drops one of the 2. But we'll see.
True. And this is a fair point, too. The Yankees do spend. Okay? The $522 million, they're not done yet. They're better after today. But again, we're still a little bit behind. We need more offense to get past the Astros. So, and we need guys that are contact hitters who can hit their pitchers. We didn't have enough of that last year. That's why our offense got shut down. It was home run or strikeout. And we hardly hit any home runs in the postseason. So, this is where Cashman can really make his money here.
Mm-hmm.
With a good move or two. Let's see what else we got here. What bullpen runs are coming back healthy? Everybody except for Scott Efros. Efros is out for the season with Tommy John. So he won't be back till 2024, but he's here until 2028. So Michael King, which to me I'm most excited about.
Yeah, fair.
Rod Marinaccio is going to be healthy. Like, everybody's going to be healthy.
We're getting Canely, which is underratedly big.
And then we just got Junior Fernandez off waivers from Pittsburgh. He throws like 90 to 100. and he's got nasty. He's got a huge arm, and now Matt Blake can maybe get more out of the guy. So that's another potential monster in the bullpen. So the additions there. I mean, I know we lost. Who are we out? Chapman, Britton.
Did you say we got him for Pittsburgh?
We got Junior Fernandez from Pittsburgh off waivers.
Okay, I gotta say, this is like we're ripping on Pittsburgh. It's like the kid in school who the kid who brings in the kid who has the bad snacks, and then he knows the kid that brings in the good snacks, and he just finesses his way into trading for the good snacks, and that's what we're doing with the Pirates.
This is where Cashman is at his best. Bullpen people. He either brings in guys that we never heard of. I never heard of Clay Holmes until they traded for him.
Yeah, no,
I had no idea who he was, and we were like, "You traded Hoy Park? Oh, he just got DFA'd by the Red Sox." They DFA'd Jeter Downs today too. I was surprised. So
yeah, really,
highly touted prospect about 2 hours ago. They DFA'd.
Wow.
So he's going to get picked up if they release him. But now they can trade him until he's been DFA'd.
Interesting.
Yep. What else we got here? I mean, this would be fantastic. We rip away Brian Reynolds from Pittsburgh. That would be
that would
be a dream come true, man. I mean, it would be a dream come true. It really would.
Look, we get a left fielder, and this is a very, very successful offseason for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, I would agree. And that's pretty much what they need right now. If you get a pitcher along with it, another reliever, more, even better. I mean, Andrew Chafin's still out there in free agency. They can get him where he's not attached to a QO. And I'm glad, Rodon, we got to give up a draft pick, but I'd rather give a draft pick for him than so that's what I would do. What do we got here? You heard a proposal earlier today of trading Gleyber Torres to the White Sox for Liam Hendricks. Is that a proposal or who'd you hear from, Kyle Gibbs?
I haven't seen that.
I don't know if they need Liam Hendricks. He's great and all, but I would go for a lefty reliever. I'd go for Gregory Soto.
Mm-hmm. So I was actually talking with Max Goodman, the Yankees writer for Sports Illustrated today, and he said, "Look, we have Litke and we have Peralta. Those are our lefties in the bullpen right now, and we need a lefty. If that can be Chafin, maybe as you just mentioned, or someone via the trade. But Liam Hendricks, his price is going to be high. And I think I'm really not interested in even giving up Gleyber Torres for a guy like Liam Hendricks. Obviously, you want to have as many guys in the bullpen as you can, but I think you got to go lefties, and I don't think Liam Hendricks is the right guy.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, Soto, he's got 3 or 4 years of team control. The controllable years are key. And I mean, that's where Torres' value too is. He's got 2 years of control. So, he's the guy in my opinion. But I would pass on Liam Hendricks. Not a knock against him. It's just I think we need another high-end lefty to complement those other guys. Do I think our pitching is better than the Mets? Starting, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Mets replaced 3 guys with 3 guys. I get it, but you got 2 guys that are 40 years old, and then you have a bunch of question marks after that. So, I mean, you got who do they bring in? Jose Quintana and Kodai Senga with Verlander. So, 2 question marks. You just don't know. I mean, I'll take Cole, Rodon, Cortez, and Severino over those guys any day.
Yeah.
It's hard to get through Scherzer and Verlander, but it's doable. So, what else we got here? Would I play it safe and sign Benintendi, make it mega deal for Ohtani? I don't think they would do that. They offered Volpe, Dominguez, and Peraza plus others for Ohtani, and the Angels turned it down a week before the deadline last year.
Really?
Yep. The Angels turned it down. So that price is going to be prohibitive. That's why Brian Reynolds will be better. He won't cost Volpe. So and he's the guy. I mean, to me, doesn't have to be super elite. He's a very, very good player, but he's a perfect fit for what the Yankees need.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Yeah. He's that left-handed bat at the top of the order. Look, we had LeMahieu, but we saw he got injured, and if he's going to be at the top of the order for the Yankees, if we do find a way to get him, that would be crazy.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. I mean, He's my guy. And please hit that like button, gang, if you don't mind. We have 274 people in here now. It's awesome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome if you're new. And if you haven't been here before, welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoyed enough to subscribe. And please check out Backstage Baseball as well. Put your link in the comments, Backstage.
All right, let's do it.
Put your channel in the comments so that people haven't seen it, they can take a look. He's a member of the 161, been here from pretty much the beginning with us. So, and a young up-and-coming YouTuber. Great knowledge of baseball. Great knowledge of baseball.
Thank you. Yeah. Definitely enjoying. But yeah. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Let's.
Jigga Man's in the house.
Oh boy.
Jigga Man. Jigga, I put, if you're around, brother, we're doing well. Hope you're doing well. I put the KOD Yankees Morning Brew, the link to this stream in the Twitter message board. So if you're around, enter that message and hop on. I would love to have you on for a few minutes. And you may or may not be speeding currently. Just be careful, brother. Just be careful, man. Any news on Carpenter? No, I mean we heard that he wants to start a job, and unfortunately, it's not available on the Yankees. So right now, at least, and I don't think they're going to start him in left field over a guy like Benintendi. That's the link for Backstage's channel. Please check him out if you haven't done so yet. And please support him by subscribing to his channel. Anytime you subscribe and hit the like button, it's very helpful to the channel. So, and we really do greatly appreciate it. We really, really do. Yeah. The Yankees are looking for an offer. I heard the Yankees were looking at the offer. Who are you referring to, Mr. Persky? Looking to offer in the.
Oh, I bet this is for Rodon. No. That would be crazy if it was for.
Yeah, who are you referring to, Mr. Persky? I'm not. Oh wait, for Matsusaka. Boston went double. Yeah, Yoshida. Yeah, Masataka Yoshida. I mean, I didn't think he was going to be for $50 million, but yeah, Boston.
For 50 a year?
I think 50 total.
Oh, wow.
Boston gave him 85, I think, total. So, but again, they lost Sander Bogaerts, so they still have a lot of moves to make.
Look, Boston is not scary right now. Definitely not. Like Baltimore's scarier right now to me.
Yeah, I mean, they added Adam Frazier earlier today, Baltimore. So they added another role player, good player.
Wow, I did not see that, but that is a very underrated move.
Very underrated, solid move. And Billy Ye makes some good points too. We got Kenley Fernandez, Jimmy Cordero, ground ball specialist, Vasquez. Yeah, I mean, they got some guys. They have plenty of depth in the bullpen. So if a starter or reliever goes down, we've got the depth to withstand any injuries. So, but hopefully we don't have many injuries. We had like 16 guys on the IL list. That's too many guys to have on the IL. You really do. What two players do we DFA if we don't make trades?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What are we at 42 now on the roster or 41?
42, I believe.
It's a good question.
I think there's a chance Licky goes if we can add a lefty. But I'd say Devi. One second, I just saw it. Where did it go? I'd say Devi Garcia and Florial and DFA. Like I agree with that. Unfortunately, when Devi Garcia came up, I remember it was during COVID, and that was like I remember his first start. Everyone was all excited about him. I don't know if you remember that. And I think Florial's got to go. It's so unfortunate how the Yankees have treated him, and I've been like all over that. You can't have a guy keep going on the subway back and forth. His value goes down, his confidence goes down. I think Florial unfortunately does get DFA'd. Hopefully he can succeed somewhere else. Garcia is definitely another option.
Yeah, I have the 40 man up here. Albert Abreu, Johnny Brito, Davey, Yoendris Gomez, Matt Crook, Randy Vasquez. Probably any one of those guys might be DFA'd, and probably Estevan Florial, because you're right. They're not playing the kids, so just trade them or DFA them at this point.
Yeah.
Positionally, I don't think any of those guys are going to be DFA'd. Florial, Florial. probably the only position player and a bunch of pitchers. They've got a lot of bullpen pitching depth. So that'd be my guess. But if it's two guys, then yeah. But they have to make a roster move for Rodon. So I see some DFAs or some trades coming.
And then we also got to clear up that spot for Judge, who hasn't done his physical yet. When he comes out from vacation, he'll do that. But no, definitely don't DFA Clark Schmidt.
No, I think he's got something in him.
Yeah,
they get something out of him for the bullpen, particularly long relief as well. I mean, we need a couple of those guys, him and Herman and a couple others as well.
I'm seeing.
Let's go get Pablo Lopez, Gregory Soto, Evaldi, and Benetton. Well, Evaldi's off the market now because we got Carlos Rodon today.
Yeah, that's
which is better than Evaldi.
Lopez probably not either. If Lopez would just be like I would even be like, it's not even worth it to get Lopez. We have enough right now, and it's like I wouldn't be even willing to trade Torres for him.
I know. I mean, I think if they're going to trade now, it's probably going to be for a reliever or an outfielder. It doesn't make any sense to trade for another starter. We have guys here that could just come up and do it. Herman can spot start. Schmidt can spot. We have guys here that can do it. But I mean, you can never have enough pitching. So you make a valid point, Rico Nation. You really do. Yeah, Benny wants 5 years, $100 million. Yeah. Now let's see what else we got here.
I do have to say that I was thinking about in school today, like how grateful I am that's not the lockout. Last year was so garbagey feeling the lockout. Like I was thinking even today, like how I was walking in the hallway to a class. I'm like, how exciting it was when I found out that the lockout was over. It was like it was more exciting to me than when I found out Judge re-signed with the Yankees, to be completely honest, because it was like dead baseball for like 5 months, and it was like. I just want to be grateful because it's currently December 15th and we were all like, what is this? I didn't even understand the stuff that was going on. And hopefully we won't have to deal with that again.
I hope not. Thankfully, these CBAs happen every 5 years.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll resolve the next one sooner, quicker than they did this one. Lockouts are not fun.
That was not fun.
Yeah, goodness, it was worse than during COVID when they played without fans.
Oh yeah,
and that was a rough one. All right, so Davey and Florial, I can see Billy.
Mm-hmm. I'd say those are the two most likely.
Probably 300 people in here. Welcome everybody.
Wow.
I hope you enjoy the content. If anybody that hasn't heard, we got our guy. Yankees signed Carlos Rodon, 6 years, $162 million. Now we are here to celebrate that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
43 on the roster. Somebody's saying 43. Who could the other guy be?
Who's the 43rd?
I don't know. Tommy Canely. They have to add Canely too.
Oh. Someone said still waiting for the bigger move.
Yeah, I mean that's what we keep hearing, that the Yankees have a move that's going to be bigger than Rodon. Now there's no free agent that represents a bigger move, so it has to be a multiplayer trade.
That would be crazy if
I don't know what the heck it's going to be. Yeah. Weingarten, we don't know. But I would agree with you. We're all kind of waiting.
I wouldn't be shocked to see trade with the Diamondbacks, maybe for Marte. But I did see somebody in my comments very nicely commented that, being sarcastic, that Ketel Marte only plays infield now.
Second base, I think.
Yeah, second base. So if that's definitely not worth it if he just plays second base. But I think maybe I'm trying to think what that big trade could be. It's definitely gonna be something out of nowhere that nobody saw coming.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, cool. 179 likes. If anybody hasn't smashed that like button, can you smash it quickly? Let's try to get to 250 likes if we can. We're at about
smash it that your mouse goes flying. Gotta get up, get it. While you're up, get a nice drink, then come back and listen to us.
That's it. I love it.
Yeah.
Marte. Yeah, Ketel Marte's a good player, but I think if they're gonna trade with the Diamondbacks, it's probably gonna be putting one of them young outfielders, and they'll probably try to get Zach Gallen or one of their relievers in there or something. They do have a reliever I heard was potentially available. Let me pull this up here.
Who? The Diamondbacks?
Yeah. I forgot his name. 192 likes. Yeah, let's keep hitting that like button, gang, if you don't mind. It's greatly appreciated. Let's get to 250.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks have a reliever. And there was also another guy, Edwin Diaz from the Mets' brother, plays for the Reds. I heard him
Yeah.
as well. Now, let me see. I forgot Miguel Castro's son with the Diamondbacks. Oh, Joe Mantiply. They mentioned him as another guy, too, as a potential good relief option, too. He is, he's 31 years old. We're going to be 31 years old, but he's solid. He's solid. So, there's a lot of options that are out there. So, what are we doing with Hicks? They're looking to move him. I mean, where and when? You got us on that one. So we're waiting to see what they do. Stevenson from the Reds, intriguing. Again, so is Diaz. Where would O'Neill play if he came in that trade?
Well, he's not coming.
I don't think he's being traded.
He's not going anywhere.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a couple of bad trolls here last night, Anthony. Just bad mouthing me and bad mouthing other people. So we don't tolerate that stuff on the live streams. We're not here to help let people ruin the experience for others. We're here to have a good time and celebrate our team and and enjoy like what they did tonight. So
yeah, it's no place for that. That's like when you're getting bigger and bigger when you start getting those, because just like you gotta ignore this stuff. I've got a bunch on my channel. It's like you can have fun with them. Also, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean you can have fun, but people just go onto channels and try to put people down and make themselves feel better. They just have nothing better to do with their time. Mm-hmm. Now we got a question here from Jason on stage. Would a Yelich trade be considered bigger than Rodon? Could Picks and Donaldson? The problem with Yelich, even though he's getting healthy now, he's got $175 million left on his deal. So if I'm them, I'm saying I'll take Yelich, but you have to give us Devin Williams too. I'm not taking him without Devin Williams.
So you're taking the contract of Yelich. We're getting Williams, but are they taking the contract of Donaldson and Hicks?
They would have to, in my opinion. They would have to, Jason.
I just think that's a bad trade for both sides.
And yeah, I mean it's a different Yelich too. Like he's not the same player, so I know they're looking at one of the pitchers, and then the Brewers are probably going to try to get somebody to assume Yelich's contract. I get it, but they're going to have to eat a chunk of it if that's going to be possible. It's $175 million left, so that's a lot of money left on a contract. So, but again, that's what I would do. We'll do it, and you eat some money, but I want Devin Williams back too, and it's that simple. So, to me, you get that power. That's the closer. So, and he took over for Josh Hader, and I would have loved Hader, but Hader's gone now. And what else we got here? We have 209 likes. All right, gang, thank you. Yelich Yankee Stadium would be great, but Yelich, I mean, he's got to stay healthy, man. He's been had injuries for the last couple of years, and that worries me. I don't know about everybody else, but that worries me. Kevin.
Oh yeah, Kevin.
We're very happy. Very, very happy to get Rodon. We got our guy. Now they have to pivot and get the outfield. We all want to know what the heck this trade's going to be. This thing they're working on. So really, and he does better trades in the offseason than he does at the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really curious to see. Like, believe me, Hillel and myself, we can't wait to break that news.
Oh yeah.
We can't wait.
Like the bigger move being like the randomest thing on earth that nobody saw coming from like I can't even come up with an example. Like nobody was expecting that Josh Donaldson trade came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Josh Donaldson, IKF. And this is one of the things, like sometimes we'll hear the Yankees are working on this, working on that, and it actually happens, or something like last year where nothing, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, he makes these trades. Ninja Cashman. So we just don't know what's going to happen. Brian Williams, we need another reliever who can close. I think ultimately they want King to go back to the setup and Helms to be the closer. But I don't know if they get a Soto, they get some David Bednar, then if they bring in a closer, they bring in a closer. So the deeper the bullpen, the better. And so it's a good question. It really is a good question. What else? What questions we have?
I see we got Raven saying Tyler Gilbert was DFA'd. Is that the guy from the Mariners who I'm looking right now? Because if that is, then that's no, that's Logan Gilbert. Never mind.
Let's see. Tyler Gilbert. Let's pull him up. He's a relief pitcher. He was with Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, 0-3, 5.24 ERA, 34 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, a whip of 1.25. Lefty though, so I mean he could be a project. I mean when Clay Holmes came here, he had almost a 6 ERA, and then Blake turned him into a low 2 ERA. So it's definitely possible. And I mean, it's intriguing too. But I do think any of the relief pitchers should be from the left-handed side. At this point, they have too many righties, or enough righties, I should say. So, Puig is available. He was at the winter meetings, like standing there with his representatives. So looking to see if anybody was interested. I mean, I don't know. He might go to a team like Texas or Baltimore or something like that. They just need another bat, willing to pay somebody and give him a shot. So,
Jason, I gotta ask you because I did see like something popped up on my Twitter that someone asked how many wins you think the Yankees get with the moves that they had before the Rodon, and you said 100. How many are you thinking now with Rodon?
Probably 102, 103, maybe 104. I don't want to. I'd like to be conservative. I would love it to be 110 or something like that, but I'd rather be conservative and shoot past. Like I was worried when people were saying last year they were going to win 125 games, and then all of a sudden the team fell apart. Yeah. So I won't do that. I'd say 102, 103, right around there, 104 maybe. What about you?
I sort of am on the same page with that. I think Rodon starts definitely will give us a big boost. I think we got to stay away from injuries. That's going to be a killer if we're on injuries. Injuries to anybody in our starting rotation is going to cost us at least 3-4 victories. And I'd say generally my main guess is probably going to be probably 103.
We got Matthew Cohn saying 105, Jason saying 100. I mean, I could see these happening. 223 likes. Thank you, gang. If anybody had to smash it, let's try to get to 250, gang, if you don't mind. Trade Dominguez and sign Benny. Brian, who would you trade him for?
Yeah.
And is the question. That's my curious. Because, I mean, I would trade him for Brian Reynolds. And he's still my pick for left field, but we'll see. Yankees just re-signed Ryan Weber to a minor league contract. Okay.
Really?
Another minor league deal? Let's see here.
I thought he signed somewhere else recently.
Let's see. No, it could be. I looked at MLBTradeRumors.com. Let me check out the Yankees page here. You think IKF has moved to the trade deadline? It's possible, Raven. It's possible. Weber. I haven't seen any official news on that yet, but that's a minor move. But again, more bullpen depth for the minor leaguers. Where do I think the Yankees are going next, Nico? I think we both can agree. I mean, I think Hillel and I are on the same page too. That we think left field. They're pivoting to this multiplayer trade for a left fielder and somebody like a reliever. I have no idea what they're going to do. So. But that's I think we're all waiting now on. We were waiting patiently, and some of us impatiently on Rodon. And then the longer we waited, the more discouraged a lot of people got, and I totally get that too.
Yeah,
it blew up in the Yankees' faces before, but thankfully I think the Yankees struck sooner than later, and they got their guy. So, thank you, Brian Cashman, for that.
Like I gotta share because I know like I hear everyone talking about like I remember when I was a kid and everyone rumors. So like I still have the ability to have that. Like this past week, I must have got 3 notes in separate classes of people telling me that Rodon signed with the Yankees. I'm like, it's just so annoying because like I don't believe anything. And it's like it's funny because I just like I appreciate it now that I see like when people are like, oh, I remember the good old days. I'm like, I'm still in those good old days.
Oh, yeah. And somebody put out something earlier this week that they were finalizing a 4-year deal with option years, a player option and a team option. And that was wildly inaccurate. But people ran with it for a day or two.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with that stuff because the guy was saying it's already done and this and that. And the Yankees not even out there regular offer yet. So that one I found a little suspect. And thankfully, I mean, it turned out thankfully they got him one way or another. So one way or another, that guy was right. They got him. So
You got to be careful, especially with everyone getting verified, and it's just getting all confusing. But you just gotta
I need multiple
stay with the guys like Passon, Rosenthal, and stay with those guys.
Yeah, multiple sources to confirm. Chris Mancuso, thanks so much for Dono. Would a package of Davey, Florial, and Dominguez be sufficient for Reynolds? All control. I think you'd probably have to add one, like an Everson Pereira or something like that. You know, you get Dominguez, maybe a pitching prospect.
I think I think you have to add more to that. I think like Davey and Florial, nothing. I really think I have like negative value in that trade. So it's really just Dominguez for Reynolds, which is not going to be enough. I think you got to add Dominguez and Peraza possibly could get that done. And I think I would actually be willing to do that.
Peraza, I mean, you might, I have a feeling they might be able to get it without Peraza. I mean, they don't need him. They've got O'Neal Cruz at short. They've got Brian Hayes at third, so they don't necessarily need Peraza. But again, you never know. He could play at second there. I don't even know who their second baseman is. So that's a possibility. But yeah, I think I would agree with Hilal's right. I think he's right, Chris. That's probably not enough to get him. They're asking for the room for him, for the moon for him, and you can't blame him. He's got 3 years of control. He's 27, switch hitter. He's one of the best outfielders in baseball. So, the Braves? I think won the Sean Murphy trade. Yes. Do I see Benintendi and Conforto? I don't see both of them signing. I don't. Do you see both of them signing? Backstage?
No, I don't think it's necessary. We have guys. We have depth, except we need that starting left fielder. We have depth behind that. We have Cabrera. Maybe we'll even have Hicks. We'll have enough depth. I'm not even worried about. But I did see that Robert Ryan had a question for us. Can you guys discuss who you would rather have, Reynolds or Benintendi, and why? I probably gotta go. Obviously, Reynolds is the higher talent, but more realistic is gonna be Benintendi.
He's probably more realistic too. He's a better defender than Ryan, so I'll give him the edge defensively. Reynolds switch hitting acumen. He's a better base runner. Well, they're both good base runners. So, and Benintendi's been tested in 2 markets now, both big markets, Yankees and Boston. So, he's I think he can handle the big environment. I think he can handle it. Luis Arias to the Yankees. I mean, I don't know. The utility guy for.
Why would the Twins want to get rid of him? He had a great year and
adding time. I don't know if they would move him.
Yeah.
They brought in a couple guys. They brought in Christian Vasquez and some other folks as well. So I can't see. You heard a rumor of Hicks for McCann.
What?
Who's McCann?
James McCann of the Mets.
James McCann for the Mets, the catcher.
That would be.
They just
if that's
catcher today, Narvaez. So.
But why would the Mets want to do that?
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't.
Also, why would the Yankees want? Why would anybody want to do that?
Yeah, I don't know about that rumor, Drew. Not exactly sure about that one. We definitely need to close the windows. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to get somebody who has the ability to close Rico. It'd be interesting to see who they get. It really would be. Dominguez and Glaber can start the Reynolds talks, in my opinion. Yeah, they're going to have to eat some of Glaber's contract because he makes more than Brian Reynolds does in arbitration. So they'll probably have to eat Glaber by half, and then you can add people to that. At least Glaber's got control of the years. He can play second. Dominguez has to be in this trade, I think. And still more, probably 2 more decent pieces. Yeah. I'd say at least that. Yankees are working on a Benintendi deal. Where's your source on that one, Erod?
I haven't seen that. I actually saw that comment before I opened up Twitter. I haven't seen anything. If you have somewhere for us to look.
Please.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm scrolling through Twitter right now. I do not have anything.
You're seeing, I'm all about that too. I would love to get Chafe in here.
Yeah.
That's got to be a spoof, the Dev Benintendi thing. So
yeah.
Pirates want a King's ransom return. Yes, they do. Yeah, it depends on. I mean, if Cashman can get Boras to blink, and he can get the GM of the Pirates to blank too. So he's very good at this type of stuff. So I wouldn't rule out Brian Reynolds' trade yet. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza. To me, tonight.
Oh, I had pizza too. Dang.
Yeah, oh boy, I have fish.
I had pizza. I had pizza. Got home from school. I had pizza. Did a nice video, which got spoiled because of Rodon. I was actually talking about why the Yankees, what Rodon would look like, and then I come back. I went out to a friend's house, and then I come back and all right, of course this had to happen.
Yeah. Ohtani gets 10 and 500 on the open market. Possibly. I think he gets between 450 and 500.
Oh, well, we got a funny super chat coming up.
Oh, all right. 10 years, 500. What do we got? 239 likes. Oh, did I skip in here? Wait a second. You need another celebratory Big Mac for the. You know why, Billy? That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point.
Go on Uber Eats right now. Like,
I don't even know if McDonald's is still open. And I already ate. I mean, if you want to see me puking all over the place, okay. But I think Saturday night live stream would be a good evening.
Oh yeah. You didn't pay me to eat anything now.
And yeah, but that's the thing too. I'm already full. I don't know about mixing a Big Mac with fish. Like, be puking. Like, no. But Billy, I got you on that one. Celebratory Big Mac is. We can book that. We can definitely book that. And thank you for the donor. I appreciate that. 240 likes. We're 10 away from 250. Awesome, guys.
So those $5 are gonna help for getting into that Big Mac right there.
Exactly. Yes, it is. It's gonna pay for my Mac. Now, what is this? Mukbang. I don't know what that is. Anybody know what that is?
No, I'm very confused.
Is that a dirty word in Japanese or something like that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Omar Narvaez signed by the Mets. Yeah. Alvarez for a time. No, I mean, they're just catching depth. Because I think they're probably going to try and move on from McCann. So, I can see it.
It's when you eat food on camera, he said.
Oh, food on camera? Yes, mukbang. It would be a mukbang. The Big Mac and the apple pie is legendary. It's a life changer. People in here have tried it. They love it. And I'm going to change your life on Saturday night if you haven't seen it. Okay? Just watch. Sit back and enjoy.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, thanks a lot, Billy. Now you got me all excited about this Big Mac. I'm going to be thinking about it for the next 2 days. Goodness. Now I'm going to have to fast, too. I don't eat anything. This is going to give me heart like oh, man. What else we got here? David, what's up, man? What's going on? He said, did it? It's worth it, though. Worth it. If it gives you the poops, it's a good poop. It's a good one. And this is why I only do it like once every 6 months or as part of a celebratory thing here. This might be a time to do it. Rodon's a big one for us.
Yeah.
Rodon's a big one. Was this Yankees Nation going to understand Pena had an opportunity to shine because the biggest pressure was on Bringout too? Yeah. I mean, Volpe, the expectations for Volpe will be pretty high. But if they add another bat, I mean, he'll be, he won't be expected to come here and be the guy right away. So get some more guys here and, get that Benintendi, get that Brian Reynolds. It'll make life easier for Volpe when he comes up. Now, what is this? Robert Ryan lost 50 pounds eating nothing but Big Macs and apple pies. Are you being serious? Or are you like telling a total joke here? I mean, believe me, I think they would make gangbusters if they sold it at, they can even name it something special. Oh, yeah. You put the apple pie, it gives it a whole nother level of flavor. It's a different profile, man. Now you can be talking about Big Macs. Come on. Your uncle was best friends with David Wells in high school. That's pretty cool. David Wells, one of my favorite Yankee pitchers. I was fortunate enough to be at his perfect game. And David Cohn's perfect game. I was at both. Wow. Now, hello, if if you could make the one move, the big move, what would your big move be, and who would it be for?
That's a good question. So I've been seeing a lot of Tatis rumors. I'm gonna pass on that. I really, I don't know. I think it's gonna be via the trade, and I really would probably go out. Like it's not a stack trade, but it's got to be for Dalton Varsho. I think I really like. Somebody brought that up. I like how I believe he's a switch hitter and he's versatile.
Which helps.
I think that's like obviously people are gonna be like, how is that bigger than Rodon? And really in the short term right now it's not, but I guarantee you the versatility being a switch hitter is gonna help. Somebody said Acuna. I don't think he's gonna get traded, and if he were to, like, he's not gonna come to the Yankees.
Probably not. And this one here, you're going to have to take Cruz off that list. I mean, it's going to cost enough to get rid of him.
Whoa.
The Pirates are not going to trade Cruz. They're going to build around him.
Yeah, like.
And other than that, it would cost the Yankees like 20 players to get those 3 guys.
Like you might have to like give up your whole roster.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, and O'Neill Cruz is he's him and Brian Hayes are not going anywhere. I mean, I don't see them going anywhere. If we sign Conforto to them and keep Cabrera for utility, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. And
Cabrera's not going anywhere. He had a great rookie year. He has the confidence, you can tell, and he's an awesome player, and he's going to continue to grow.
Yep. And Mike from Fortran Express, I still said Yankees getting Reynolds and Bednar or Gregory Soto. Yep, I could see one of those trades happening. I really could.
Yeah. Gregory Soto would be a good one.
Gregory Soto would be fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it really, really would be. Again, I like that. And he's young, too. And he's got a good arm. And I think, again, Matt Blake would do good stuff with him. He really would. So, Gregory Soto, here we go. A side. Gregory Soto for Schmidt, Torres, and Sweeney. Interesting proposal. Maybe. What do you think?
Soto for Schmidt, Torres. I really like Schmidt. I don't think so. I think if you can find a way to stay away from giving up Schmidt, I think that that's it. But I do have to hop off now. Got school in the morning, so gotta go do some stuff. But Jason, thank you so much for having me on. Really enjoyed the conversation. So happy to have Carlos Rodon.
So am I, man. Congratulations again on getting your 1,000. And let me know if I can help you with the monetization stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll text you later tonight and we'll figure that out because I definitely need help with that. But I do want to tag one thing. I just put out my Carlos Rodon video, so if you guys can go check that out, that would be much appreciated.
Yeah, go take a look at it, gang. And if you don't, please hit the like button. It's helpful. Please subscribe to his channel. It's really, really greatly appreciated.
Thank you guys so much. Really enjoy this conversation, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
All right, buddy. Take it easy, man.
Bye.
So, gang, it's nice to be able to celebrate with some other content creators. This is awesome stuff. I mean, I would agree, Fortran, building a package around Dominguez or Brian Reynolds. I do. I mean, yeah, we've been talking about this as well. Fortran is going live as well tomorrow afternoon. So if anybody's around, go take a look at his live stream too. He's going to be talking about this as well. All things Yankees. Love to join one of our live. Well, the live streams, so I generally have content creators come on in, but the memberships. So I'll do a monthly live stream, and I'm going to set up. Not this coming Saturday. The next Saturday is going to be the next live stream for members, where members can come on and join me on the screen, and we talk about it and have a discussion. So rather than content creators, that's a perk of a membership. So you get to come on here and be part of the discussion. Fortran's been on here. Texas Buckeyes been on here. And a bunch of other folks as well. So, that's definitely if that's something you want to do, I encourage you to take a look at the membership, see if it's something that might interest you. So I will hop on yours tomorrow if I'm available for it. Yes, if I can do it, I will. Dude. Can't wait to hear. And I'm hoping that this news comes sooner than later. I'm hoping that Cashman's like, all right, Rodon's done. Now I'm pivoting to this really quickly. So memberships are like $5 a month, something like that. And there's options. I had to choose 3 options. One of them is ridiculous. You ignore that, but the one that everybody joins is pretty much $5 a month, and you get extra content, you get bonus content, you get early content. So, and then you get the ability to join, live streams as well if you want. You're not required to, and you don't miss anything else. You still get access to everything else, but there's just some bonus stuff for membership. So, I link it in the description down below. It says access for live perks and stuff like that. That's the link to the membership. Cabrera and left and Peraza's choice. I mean, it could be Nico, but I think they're going to look to try to upgrade from Cabrera. And if they can't, 262 likes, gang. Thank you so much. Let's try to get to 300. And I'm going to wrap it up in a few minutes anyway. We're going on an hour here. I think if they can't find anybody in the trade, they'll probably try Oswaldo Cabrera. They may even throw Stanton out there a couple times a week. So I wouldn't doubt that one. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. This big deal. Like we waited patiently for Judge. We waited patiently for Rodon. Now, hopefully, this big move is worth the wait, whatever it is. Right? I don't know, man. That's the key. I mean, probably a multiplayer trade. There's so many. Does membership allow us to make GM in membership? That's going to be the next level of membership, Matt. So it's going to be VIP membership, I think. Still trying to figure out how to get us access to the GM, to the chair. So we're working on that one, dude. Yeah, I do think I would agree. Trades, because they have to clear process spots. And again, with the players that the Yankees are interested in, they probably have to give up 3 guys for 1 or 4 guys for 1, so that the roster spots would be a nice wash there. So I could see that. Mahalo and Aloha too, Ryan. If it's a Kepler trade for Hicks, that wouldn't make sense. I don't think they would move Hicks for Kepler. You have to be prospects or something like that, I think. But I mean, it's definitely an upgrade over Hicks. AZN. Thank you so much. Cole Rodon, Montez, Nestor, and Severino. Yeah, it's a nice little rotation there. Nice little rotation. Appreciate you again, man. Thank you. Yeah, the Red Sox just they DFA'd Jeter Downs, so he'll have to be either released or traded. So we'll see what they do there. I'm keeping my eye on it because he was a highly touted prospect. He was the big trade piece for Mookie Betts. Now they have that other prospect that I forgot the guy's name, but they're obviously letting this guy go and focusing on the other kid. Those Rodon, clean shaven. Yeah, that's a good question, man. I would let him do the stash, man, honestly. And not be a hard ass on the facial hair. Like, I don't see the point. But that, I mean, I get it. It's the Yankees. They want to keep a different standard than other teams. So I get it. And George Steinbrenner was a military guy, so they instilled that from the beginning. The no facial hair thing. So, I mean, to me, it's not the end of the world. I just want guys that are tough and can handle New York, and Rodon looks like that guy. So, if they trade Hicks, my guess is it would be the end of the offseason to a close to spring training, when like all the outfielders are off and teams are still looking for an outfielder or a third baseman. And then the Yankees will be like, well, we'll leave half of Donaldson's contract. We'll leave half of Hicks' contract. We'll even attach a prospect to make it more palatable for a team. So, yeah, this guy throws strikes. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs. Doesn't give up a lot of hits. So he's good. And hopefully, he brings this nice additional toughness to this Yankees team. Chicken parm, baby, chicken parm. I don't know. I think it's going to boil down to whether Roarkbright's healthy or not. I mean, he's a Hulk, so he's a big dude, so it's been hard for him to stay healthy. But Higgy has 2 more controllable seasons. So would I be surprised if he came back? No. Boston, Christopher Woods. I mean, I think Boston, the Cubs, the Atlanta Braves are probably the 3 most likely options for Dansby Swanson. San Francisco got Correa. Yep. Carlos Rodon. Yep. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun. Dude, Brian Reynolds and David Bednar will be an absolute wonderful offseason. Yeah, I keep seeing here on a Bleacher Report too. So the Yankees want to go 4 years for Benintendi, but he wants 5. And again, that Nimmo contract didn't do the Yankees any favors. That elevated Benintendi's market. The Brandon Nimmo contract was crazy big. Yep, Tommy Conley. Great off-speed stuff. Still has a big arm, too. Chappie, I see him signing maybe with the Marlins or something. He still has a pretty big arm. Trade the Reds for Sessa and Stevenson. Right. I always liked Sessa, so I wouldn't put that one to the wayside either. I don't think the Giants are done. No. I think they'll try to get someone else. Who? I have no idea. Acuna rumor saying he's upset playing for the Braves. He was upset too at the amount of money that's being offered or been talked about for Dansby Swanson. He says, and again, this was his choice. He signed the $100 million deal, and he bought out a bunch of arbitration years. That's his choice. That's not Dansby Swanson. And Dansby Swanson waited until free agency to make this money. So, but he was upset. Yeah, he's upset at the contract situation. But and again, you still made $100 million, and you were not even pre-arb. So, I don't see the point in fighting. But if it's going to make him a malcontent, I don't know. I mean, even if a team trades for him, they're not going to rip that contract up and give him a $250 million deal. So one way or another, how's he going to stay happy is my question, Acuna. There's no doubting his elite talent. So, yeah, the Mets have kind of wreaked havoc on this pay scale. Yeah, and I don't think Volpe's being moved. Bednar and Brian Reynolds will be my dream trade. I mean, it would be my absolute dream, Brian Daly. Cubs are front runners. Yeah, I could see that. 19 likes left to get 300. All right, let's try to get 300. And then we'll wrap it up after that. If anybody hasn't hit that like button, please do so. Texas Buckeye, thank you so much for keeping me updated on these numbers. I don't see the numbers for the likes on this streaming software for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Britton wants to come back, but I don't know what it's going to be. I mean, somebody might have to take him on a low with lots of incentives to make sure he stays healthy. So it's a worthwhile look at the Yankees, but I would still try to get Chafin or somebody else first. Is it possible for the Yankees trading Donaldson, Hicks, Torres there, and Cabrera? I'm not sure if the Diamondbacks would take all that contract. But you want to give up Torres, Donaldson, Hicks, and Torres and Cabrera. And the Yankees would need something back. I mean, something more back from Arizona. They're going to give up Torres and Oswaldo Cabrera. That's a lot. So we'll see. I mean, McCarthy's been one of the talked about guys, so he's got lots of team control. So we'll see what he says, It looks like they're a year apart on Benintendi. So 300 likes, gang. I appreciate that. We just hit the 300 likes, man. Thank you very much, everybody. After this Rodon, I don't think they're going to go after Ohtani, the great one. I just don't. German Marquez and Daniel Bard from Rockies. Yeah, they just re-upped Daniel Bard, too. Marquez I talked about for a couple of years, too. Yeah, Mets got the backup catcher, Narvaez, 2 years, $15 million. But I think the Diamondbacks would trade Marte for Hicks and Dominguez. I don't think the Yankees would. I don't think they would give up Jason Dominguez for Ketel Marte now. He's only got 2 years left, I think, and he's been having some leg problems. So I don't think the Yankees would do that. More to back up Al. Yep. Blackburn from the A's is another one. I think he's got another year before he's a free agent. I think. Nice little pitcher. Yeah, and Nico and the Orioles signed Adam Frazier earlier today. Just quietly getting better. They brought in Kyle Gibson, brought in a couple of the pitchers too. So I would look out for them too. The D-backs would trade for Dominguez. Maybe. I mean, they have a lot of outfielders that don't fit. So I don't know if they're going to trade another outfielder for an outfielder. They're trying to get rid of outfielders. But you never know. They might. You might. Ketel has 4 years left. Does he really? Okay. Chappie to the Marlins. Yeah, I think Chappie goes to the Marlins. Yeah, I mean, Cashman. Cashman did a good job getting Rodon. He did a good job. So props to him and welcome, Carlos Rodon. Really, welcome to the Bronx. Bumgarner and Varsho for Hicks Herman. Yeah, you're gonna have to give up. You'll probably have to give up. You might have to give up Oswald Peraza if you want to give Varsho. But then taking Bumgarner's contract might not require that. So if they could take Trey Sweeney and someone else, or I mean, it's possible. But Bumgarner, I don't know. There's no fit for him in the rotation now. What up, Dev? Yeah, go back to work. Yeah, me too, actually. David Cohen, thank you so much for doing. Appreciate that. Would I do the Kepler for Herman and Licky deal? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea to get rid of Licky. Oh, you got that Big Mac and apple pie when this blockbuster gets. I also got a request to do a Big Mac and apple pie this weekend to celebrate Rodon. If I wait for the blockbuster to celebrate both, then I'll have to do 2 Big Macs and 2 apple pies, and I'll do them in like 5 minutes. I'll wolf them down in front of you. So if that's a better proposition, then I'll do that. Thank you, Dev. I appreciate that. Sevy to close. I think he's going to wind up. They want him in the rotation. So, yeah, you just keep pushing him. I mean, keep pushing Hal, keep pushing Cashman to make this team better. They're not better yet than the Astros. But Rodon, I think he's got. I think he has a no-hitter. Mike King is back in spring training. He is back, Jamie. So he's rethrowing bullpens and stuff like that. So now practices and whatnot. So Herman probably long relief and spot start. But let me let everybody go. I appreciate you all. Thanks so much for coming on and joining me. Memberships for the super chats and the support to the channel. We'll go live again on Saturday. But again, if they do this blockbuster trade or whatever this move is, if they do it tomorrow, we'll go live tomorrow. We'll go live whenever this happens. So, but if that doesn't happen before Saturday, hopefully I'll see you all on Saturday night for the live. Have a great night. Peace and love to all of yous. And let's celebrate. Yankees got Rodon, baby. Over and out.